Oh, hello, successful souls. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, crushing goals. This is what I am born to do. I absolutely love having goals, having clarity in my vision, and my favorite thing to do is hyperspeed and getting results. So the thing is, I think it's so key. I think it's so important that there is clarity behind every single vision because we need to understand we get to live this life. We don't have to. Therefore, let's make the most of this. Let's not dabble. Let's not try. Let's not figure out someday maybe. Let's take action now and really make sure that we get the biggest return on everything that we do. Every single thing in life is an investment. Your time is your most important investment. It's your most important asset. It's important to understand that your relationships are an investment. Your thoughts are an investment. What you put out there is what you get back. So, are you actually getting a return on what it is you're putting out there? Because remember, you go first and everything else responds. Okay. So, today I want to address this idea of what happens though when we have a goal, we're really excited about it, we are all lit up, and we're taking action, but we're starting to feel the doubt. We're starting to question ourselves. We're starting to ask ourselves, why are we doing these things? Like, it doesn't seem like it's working. I have no proof that it's happening right now. How do I stick with this? Am I meant to be doing this? Am I wasting my time? Am I getting a return on my investment? Am I, going to get the results that I'm putting all the time and effort into achieving? Well, first of all, if you're an entrepreneur, welcome to being an entrepreneur in the early stages for sure. The thing is, it's so important to remind yourself we have to starve the doubt. We have to feed the beast. Doubt is clearly a form of fear. The opposite of fear is love. And through love, all things are possible. Every single time we fear, we doubt, we are losing clarity. We are getting off of our alignment. And so when you are at point A and you'd like to get to point B, it's like driving a car. And sometimes when you lose focus, which means you're doubting yourself, it's like hitting the bumps on the side of the road, boom, 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 boom. Instead of freaking out and spiraling off the road by throwing your hands up and being like getting overwhelmed by all of it, you just readjust, you pivot, and you continue to keep the momentum and stay in your lane, right? So this happens a lot. So our goals, this can be your fitness goals. This can be in relationship goals. It can be hard when, you are rising up and you're encouraging somebody else to as well. Remember, they have free will, but you have to have patience for that person. And remember, everybody's doing the best they can at the conscious level they're at, and either accept them where they're at or be patient as they're riding up. So, but it takes time to notice results in the physical sometimes. But especially when are we seeing this? I see this a lot with entrepreneurs. Again, I love working with my ladies inside the VIP inner circle. I love doing one-on-one coaching with women on all different types of businesses. Some of the ladies are, starting vodka companies, which is amazing. Some of the ladies are, taking writing off and becoming authors. A lot of the women are coaches. They are service-based businesses. They are consultants. And when things get difficult, and it's not just in the beginning phases of being an entrepreneur, it happens at all different points because you're continually growing, which means you're always going to be a beginner in some kind of phase that you're going into. So when we are new, we're not necessarily confident because we haven't yet seen evidence of or proof that what we're doing is getting a return. So the thing is, you have to remember your biggest superpowers are being vulnerable and being willing. Are you allowing yourself to be new? Because you don't just become confident and wait till you're confident to do the thing. You have to do the thing to become confident. Are you giving yourself permission to be vulnerable, to first just do the thing? You have to do the thing to become confident. So vulnerability and then willingness, willing to be vulnerable, but willing to see things differently, willing to relabel things that they're working for you, willing to not allow the fear to completely come over you, but willing to be supported and willing to work on your mind to focus on the outcome that you do want to align with. So You are not alone. I'm not saying I'm not afraid. I do something every single day that scares me because I like the feeling of growth. How do you experience growth? When you get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's how. And so I don't look at fear as if it's this thing that's terrible. Fear is a beautiful thing because if I'm doing something that scares me, it means that that's like my GPS. It's calling me. I'm doing things. I'm doing things that other people don't do. And that's why I get to live the life that other people don't. Remind yourself that. What you're doing when you are going for a goal is you're getting out of your comfort zone. You should applaud that. You should celebrate that. And instead of having doubt and worry and fear consume you, think about, why are you fearing? Why are you having doubt? Oh, yeah, because give yourself credit. You're doing something that's completely new. That's a beautiful thing. That's why you came to this planet. That is why you are here in this body, to hit your goals, to fulfill your desires, to make sure that you are living your life to the fullest, because every time you do, it inspires somebody else. When you achieve something, it shows so many other people. So by fulfilling your goals, of course, your goals are going to impact other people, because I know as an inner feminine beast, you're constantly serving other people. Your goals are going to be helping so many people. But at the same time, when you help yourself, you help other people. You have to take care of yourself before you take care of other people, right? When people see you hit your goals, they see it is possible for them too. So you create that ripple effect. You create that legacy, that impact every single time. So here's the thing. It is very easy to get overwhelmed and to drown yourself in fear if you don't have clarity over the vision of what you're doing. Okay? Clarity is key. In fact, as a saleswoman, back when I was, doing sales all the time, I realized when people told me no, that no didn't actually mean no. No means not right now, or I need more clarity to say yes. So clarity is key. Clarity is perfect because it helps you to see the path. When you understand what you're doing every single day, you're going to feel a lot more confident in knowing when you're going to see the results. If you're just hoping and doing your best and seeing how it goes, you're going to most likely quit, because you're not going to understand the correct actions to take every day to get the biggest return on your investment. You're not going to know and when you should be experiencing results. So let's talk about it from this standpoint. I used to be the state manager for Jim Beam Brands, right? I was one of 4 women and the youngest in the world in this position. And if my boss at the time came to me and said, okay, we need to sell $1 million in this particular product this year, okay? I'd be like, okay, making easy numbers here. I'm not gonna be like, okay, guys, let's go for it. Let's see how it goes. Everybody do your best. Go team, break. Right? Let's hope we do. Good job, guys. No. I would have lost my job. If we didn't hit our goals, I would be fired and my team would have repercussions. Like, that's not an option. So what am I going to do? I'm going to guarantee my goals. How do I do this? First of all, you absolutely 100% overshoot. Okay? If the goal is 1 million, you go for 1.2. All right? That way, if something goes wrong, oh wait, like always, something always is going to go wrong, okay? Plan for that. Make that part of the plan. So for my clients, for instance, when they set their goals, I say, what's that thing that's going to come up that's going to deter you? It's going to it's going to derail you. You know it's coming because otherwise you already would have hit your goal. This is the thing that stopped you already. So when that thing comes up, what is the plan to pivot? How do you shift? How do you get around that? All right, you know it's coming, so let's put that into the plan. Perfect. Okay, so we now, know the goal. We shoot over the goal. We then work backwards. So I wouldn't just be like, okay, this is the goal and we're going to go a little over. Now it's like, what are the programs that I can come up with? What are the tools that I can give my salespeople to utilize? Who are the relationships that I have? Who owes me something, right? What can I do to make this, an irresistible offer for somebody? I come up with these plans, and then I say, okay, if this is the full year, then to accomplish this, I know this is when the prices, we're going to leverage a price increase. I know this is when we're going to do that. Regardless, how you look at this is, no matter what the goal is, okay? if the end result is this and we shoot over, what do I have to do every single month to make sure that it adds up? It's not just like, okay, let's see if we can get as close as we can in January. Let's see if we can get as close as we can in February. All right, wow, we are not where we thought we'd be, but it's okay. We're trying, we're hoping. It's like, what is the measurable metric? What is the metric that I can hit to make sure I guarantee my success? And when something goes wrong, then we know what we can do additional the next week or the next month. All right, so you want to hit $1 million. So, every month that means you would have to do this amount. And then, so that number, of course, is what is that? I think it would be 800 or 88,333.33, right? So you do that every single month to hit a million. And if you only hit 80 the first month, you now know the difference that you have to make up the second month. It's not just like a hope we do a great job. It's we know the numbers, we know what we have to achieve, and you can put the plans in place to ensure that you do. If it is your fitness goals, okay? If you know that you want to go to the gym 5 days a week, you only go four the one week, well, then the next week, you need to make sure you do six. It's how it is. It's guaranteeing your success because you have clarity, you have a plan. And most importantly, you have your reason why. You need to know your reason why. You have to remind yourself every day, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Because if you forget that, you will slow your roll. You need clarity on how it's going to get done. And of course, remember, you're not in control. Things are always going to go crazy and shift and possibly go off course. But remember, you're supported. You're supported by God. God is your business partner. God is there to help you all the time. Ask for support, but help to convince your ego and consciously be aware of what the plan is so that you can stick with the things. Because compound effect, every day counts, every day matters, it all adds up. You have to keep the momentum. The momentum is the most important part. It's all about making quick decisions. It's about having a plan. It's not sitting down at your desk every day and saying, I wonder what I want to achieve today. It's like, this is what my goal is for the month. This is having it all planned out, what needs to be done step by step. When I sit down every day, I know my effective to-do list, and I'm going to make sure that I time block effectively, and today it gets done. This is how, in our company, we hit 6 figures in 4 months, multi 6 figures in 6 months, and I don't work Fridays, and I take off a week almost every month, or at least a 4-day vacation. It's not because I got lucky. It's not because I hoped we did a really good job. It's because we planned, we had clarity, and we are fueled by our why. So what is your why? And don't judge your why. Be honest about your why. I'll tell you, my why is obviously to impact as many women as possible, to help them have their higher callings come and emerge through them. It's to help give women the vision of their potentiality, of what's possible, the courage to actually, say yes to their success. But most importantly, what I'm here to do is help women to take aligned action to get aligned results and hyperspeed their results. Go fast, make the most impact while they can, while we're here. And of course, through serving, I say to God, God, I'm here. This is what I feel is your will. This is what is meant to come to me and through me. This is how I create an impact. But when I serve and I show up this way and I affect this many women in such a powerful way, I am allowed to receive. And in return, the reason why I'm doing this is to help as many women to do God's will, but also to live the life I desire, the lifestyle I desire, and to provide for my family. So yeah, my why can be some materialistic things too, and there's no judgment with that. If you give and serve, you're allowed to receive. But every day I remind myself of my why. I have my monthly vision boards. I have my affirmations. I have my overall yearly goals. I have these things so that when things seem hard or I put myself out there all the time, consistently being vulnerable, I also remind myself, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing these things. I'm doing these things, and I'm not the average girl. I'm not just doing, small things, but I am willing to do these things because I'm willing to do what other people aren't willing to do, because I'm willing to live and be grateful and receiving a life that most people don't get to live. You go first and everybody else responds. So knowing your why is everything. This really gets me excited because I would love for you to write down this date and come hang out with me. So January 3rd is going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a Monday. I am hosting what's called the Get It Done and See It Through Masterclass. And again, this is perfect timing because we're all doing the holiday stuff, right? As we're recording this right now, it's a week before Christmas. So if you're like me, we're having the Inner Feminine Beast Company Christmas party coming up. We have our real estate partners Christmas party. We are traveling, going to Washington, D.C. for the week. We have family, we have shopping, we have all the things going on, right? But what happens? Just January, first week, we're ready to hit the ground running. We're ready to really get the momentum. Right now, we're in celebration mode, but when we come back, it's ready to get it done and see it through. So I know this is probably what's going on for you as well. So I want to invite you to come, map out your goals, have your full year plan, learn how to break it down, learn how to keep your mindset so you also have embodiment in the actions that you're taking. But I want you to come and learn how to time block, learn how to have the vision, learn how to know your why, how to have clarity. And again, this is also that you can not only achieve your goals, but you can hyperspeed in getting there. You don't have to do A, B, C, D all the way to Z if you really do it in alignment as her, your inner feminine beast. Learn how to embody her, to make these choices, to take effective action so that every day you're getting momentum, because everything you do, again, matters. And eventually, little by little by little, you get to a breaking point, the tipping point, where you create exponential growth. So I want to encourage you to come hang out with me for that. Again, we'll put the link here for you so that you can come check it out. Now, if for whatever reason you are listening to this podcast years later, I still want to encourage you to come and reach out to my team. You can contact us at info@cynthiastant.com. We may have the recording of that. We may have something similar coming up. So I just want to remind you, if you're catching any of these episodes on replay, still reach out to my team. We're here to serve you. We have resources galore. We're here connecting with you on calls. We want to know, what is it that you're looking to achieve? What have you done so far and what's still missing so that we can fill that gap for you? I guarantee I got a resource to help you, to get you clarity in your vision. And at the same time, if I don't, then I'll make it based off your feedback. So again, we have this cool event coming up where we're going to be teaching you, again, how to hyperspeed your results, make the most, get the biggest return on everything you do every single day, get the results that you desire. No more hoping, no more wishing, no more dabbling. Or even if you are, I know many of you, oh my goodness, are super successful and already crushing goals. At the same time, it's almost like plateauing a little bit. Remember, goals don't have to be material things either. I've gone to the point personally where I've materialistically hit everything that I want to achieve. But now I'm really focusing on hitting goals where I'm embodying qualities. I'm embodying things that are serving and creating a bigger impact for other people, not just myself. So your goals are going to continue to be there. Your desires are continue to be there. Let's have a plan. Let's map it out. Let's bring God into it and let's get some results. So that's happening. Just to remind you of that. Again, my team is always here to support you. And I absolutely love the fact that you're here with me as, an amazing listener. If you haven't already, come join us inside the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group too, where you'll get access to all of our masterclasses, workshops, all of that. But yeah, so again, clarity is everything. Clarity and knowing your why, and going in with strategy. It's about strategy, structure, knowing that you're supported, and of course, I like to sprinkle in a little bit of spirit too. That's how I do it. Acknowledge it, embrace it, see it through.